Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Great news, my friends. It's time once again for some Saturday morning react tunes. So grab your sugary cereal, Pop-Tarts are acceptable, as we watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 3, Chapter 2, The Headband. I can't wait to watch, so wait no longer, we shall. If you could do me a quick favor, a like and subscribe greatly help out a small channel. If there's anything that we do that you would like early, link to the Patreon in the description. And of course over here on YouTube, if you would like all of our videos at least a day early, YouTube memberships will get it done. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now. And what is now? Now it's time for The Headband, the second chapter of the third book of the one and only Avatar: The Last Airbender. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go. Okay, this is the capital of the Fire Nation. Yeah, we're back with Zuko. Kid, you better have a plan. I'm putting a lot of my faith in you, buddy.
Who's there?
Is that where they have Iroh?
Great job with the cloud camo.
Yeah.
Hey, we're in enemy territory. Those are enemy birds.
They seem to be aggressive. Sokka, yeah? What's going on, bud?
Sokka, we don't need to become cave people. What we need is some new clothes.
Yeah, blending in is better than hiding out. Plus, they have real food out there. Does anyone want to sit in the dirt and eat cave hoppers?
Momo said, I am fine with it.
I don't know about this. These clothes belong to somebody.
I call the silk robe!
That is so cool. They're using geothermal energy to dry their clothes. Isn't he already wearing Fire Nation stuff?
Sorry, shoes. Finally, a stylish shoe for the blind earthbender.
I was gonna say you can just take the soles off of them.
Your mom's necklace.
Oh yeah. I guess it's pretty obviously Water Tribe, isn't it?
Wait, everybody looks so different.
I used to visit my friend Kuzon here 100 years ago. So everyone just follow my lead and stay cool. Or, as they say in the Fire Nation, stay flamin'.
Is that true?
Come on, Aang. Everyone here eats meat. Even the meat.
You guys go ahead.
A cow hippo?
Next time you play hooky, you might want to take off your school uniform.
Meanwhile, at Fire Nation Academy.
You're not from the Fire Nation. Clearly, you're from the colonies.
We're gonna have a lot of that, aren't we?
Very well. What is your name? Or should we just call you Mannerless Colony Slob?
I'll take that.
Just Slav is fine. Or, Kuzon.
Good play. Good play, kid. And now we're gonna humanize the Fire Nation.
Don't let the headmaster catch you with that monkey.
What monkey?
Don't worry, I'm not a tattletale. My name's Anji. I like your headband, by the way.
Anji?
Anji, you don't have to babysit the new kid.
Wow. You must be one of those popular kids I've been hearing about.
Ha!
Anji is my girlfriend. Don't forget it.
She talked to me.
He didn't beat you up.
Not even a little. I guess I'm just lucky.
We were on our way to play hide and explode. You wanna come?
Sure.
I got invited to play with some kids after school.
After what?
I enrolled in a Fire Nation school, and I'm going back tomorrow.
Enrolled in what?
Well, Sokka's gone bye-bye.
I'm going in for a visit. You're going to stand guard here, and no one is going to know about this.
Come on. This has got to be Iroh, right? Oh.
Uncle, it's me.
Okay, so it's not something they discussed.
Yeah, we got our outfits. What do you need to go to school for?
Well, I picked a school uniform, so...
I'm learning new things about the Fire Nation. I already have a picture of Fire Lord Ozai. And here's one that I made out of noodles.
Impressive, I admit.
Impressive.
Fine, let's stay a few more days.
Flamio, Hotman!
I like the new looks.
We could have returned together. You could have been a hero. You have no right to judge me, Uncle. I did what I had to do in Ba Sing Se, and you're a fool for not joining me.
Damn it, Zuko.
You're a crazy old man! You're crazy! And if you weren't in jail, you'd be sleeping in a gutter!
Jesus, kid, I gave you every... Oh, my God.
And with my feet Firebenders, Fire Lord, blah, 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 blah.
Since it's obviously hilarious to mock our national oath, we'll begin with a pop quiz on our great march of civilization.
Uh-oh.
What year did Fire Lord Sozin battle the Air Nation Army? Kuzon?
Is that a trick question? The Air Nomads didn't have a formal military. Sozin defeated them by ambush.
Well, I don't know how you could possibly know more than our national history book. Unless you were there 100 years ago.
Well,
Kuzon?
I know, I'm a terrible Soongi Hornist.
No, child. That hullabaloo going on with your feet. Is that a nervous disorder?
huh?
I was just dancing. You do dances here in the homeland, right?
Not really, no.
Not really.
Young people must have rigid discipline and order.
Interesting.
If you must, you may march in place quietly next time the urge hits you.
Not as fun as you thought it was going to be, huh, Aang?
Hi, Kuzon. I really liked that crazy dance you were doing.
You're going to get me killed.
Nobody shows my Anji anything, especially movements.
Love it.
Picking fights on your second day?
Never touched him.
Bring your parents to my office after school.
Parents? But
Don't be late.
What are you smiling at? I just made you look like a complete asshole.
Fire! Wang fire! This is my wife, Sapphire.
Sapphire Fire, nice to meet you.
Mr. and Mrs. Fire. He's argued with his history teacher, disrupted music class, and roughed up my star pupil.
Star pupil?
If he acts up one more time, I'll have him sent to reform school. By which I mean the coal mines.
Jesus, all right.
Young man, as soon as we get home, you're gonna get the punishment of a lifetime. That's what I like to hear.
The beard looks pretty good, Sokka.
You're so beautiful when you hate the world.
I don't hate you.
Oh,
I don't hate you too.
Zuko.
Zuko, could I have a word with you?
Yeah, sure.
Believe it or not, I'm looking out for you. If people find out you've been to see Uncle, they'll think you're plotting with him. Just be careful, dum-dum.
I was convinced that they had some type of secondary plan, but it certainly doesn't seem that way.
those kids at school are the future of the Fire Nation. If we want to change this place for the better, we need to show them a little taste of freedom.
What could you possibly do for a country of depraved little fire monsters?
I'm gonna throw them a secret dance party.
Oh boy.
Don't think of it as a dance party, but as a cultural event celebrating the art of fancy footwork.
They're coming! Everyone stop bending!
Sorry, buddy. You should probably wait out back.
As long as I don't have to go deeper into the cave. Oh, nice.
The Flamios! Yeah. This ought to get everybody moving.
Aang, I'm not really sure this is what we want to do.
This is when you start dancing.
I don't think my parents want me dancing in a cave.
I love that.
100 years ago, this was known as Phoenix Flight.
Oh, wow.
And this was the Camelopin Strut.
Nice.
I admit it. I have everything I always wanted. But it's not at all how I thought it would be. The truth is, I think the Avatar is still alive. I know he's out there. I'm losing my mind. Please, Uncle, I'm so confused. I need your help.
You've lost him.
Forget it. I'll solve this myself. Waste away in here for all I care.
See you tomorrow night. Oh, Iroh, I'm with you, bud. I'm balling too. This kid's such a disappointment to me.
Wow, they look pretty good together.
If that's what you like.
Katara, come on.
That's it. That's the sound of happy feet.
I mean, he is the avatar for all four of the elements, so. Aang's not going to not like the kids of the Fire Nation because their parents happen to be waging war. There you are. I like this guy.
I don't know, Aang. These shoes aren't really right for dancing, and I'm not...
Just pull her and get her up there. Oh, they're doing their form. They're doing their forms. I love it.
Aang, everyone's watching.
Don't worry about them. It's just you and me right now.
I was going to say, I think they're doing their form. Yeah, they are. They are. They are. Aang, I love you, buddy. You're one of my favorite characters of all time. And I don't know what it is, man. And I love Katara. I just don't think I like the two of you together. And I think that's because of I poisoned the well with a hell of a dance. I poisoned the well with Zuko and Katara.
This
Listen.
is incredible. It's like my inhibitions just disappeared.
It's Footloose.
Okay, they're back again.
Yeah.
The boy with the headband.
Uh-oh.
I think it's time to yip yip.
Yeah?
I am Spartacus.
Hi there. How we doing?
There he is. Yep, I saw him in the first sweep. Love it. And he did the appropriate, oh, I love it.
We're safe, Sokka. You can take off the mustache now.
Oh, no, I can't. It's permanently glued to my skin.
Really?
I think you really did help those kids. You taught them to be free.
I don't know. It was just a dance party, that's all.
Well, that was some dance party, Aang. Mwah.
Flameo, sir. Flameo.
Flameo. Flameo. Flameo.
They say you're good at what you do. And even better at keeping secrets. The Avatar's alive. I want you to find him. And end him.
Who the hell is this guy? All right, everybody, we just finished watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 3, Chapter 2, The Headband, and the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just finished The Headband, the second chapter of the third and final book of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I mean, this was a really fun episode because just like what Aang said, we had the opportunity to see him be a kid. Very rarely have we seen that, where he's actually had a chance to play and interact with people his own age. In fact, I think the last time we even saw him having any type of like organized play was way back in the flashback to the Air Temple whenever he was teaching the other, I guess, apprentices or whatever they happen to be, how to spin or make the air ball and spin around on him. And they made the game and then they wouldn't let him play because he was the Avatar. And I think that's been pretty much how things have gone for him since then. He's had these moments where he's acted like a kid when they met a creature, or he wanted to see something, or he wanted to revisit a place that he remembered from his youth, which for him seemed like a blink of an eye, right? But this is an instance where we're reminded again that Aang, while being over 100 years old, technically is still just a kid. And the ability to be able to dance and interact with people that, I mean, he absolutely loves Katara and Sokka and Toph and Appa and everybody, Momo. But at the same time, having kids that are his age interested in him and not knowing he's the Avatar, that's the case. You know, everybody knows he's the Avatar and everybody sees him as the Avatar. And so he's got the weight of being the Avatar. And it's a very interestingly named episode, the title of it being the Headband. And the headband is obviously the camouflage that he was using. But that camouflage theme was throughout the entirety of this episode. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot more of that as people begin to, one, kind of hide who they really are, and then slowly begin to reveal an identity that has been created, maybe both in secrecy or being able to be kind of like revealed again. And I think that that's an interesting thing. I mean, we started off with everybody flying around like a cloud. You know, we were immediately camouflaged. Then we changed our appearances. And then, you know, we go out and we don the dress of the Fire Nation. And you even see it in Zuko reflected where he says, I have everything that I ever wanted, but I don't want it. Now I'm focused on something else. I guess we have to talk about Zuko. So, I mean, I've stated it very clearly, and obviously I was wrong about it, that I was praying that Zuko had some type of ulterior motive, and that Zuko was playing a long con type of game. And I even thought that there was a moment, because we did have, our camera went away from Zuko and Iroh whenever they were left behind in the crystal caverns underneath Ba Sing Se, and I thought maybe there was a plan that was concocted down there. There was, and I just edited that the other day, and I realized that there was less of a chance for them. There was still a chance, but there was less of a chance for them to talk that I thought there was. And so, you know, this is all Zuko's plan. Obviously, Iroh said nothing. However, I mean, I can't continue to think and kind of push forward with the idea that there is some type of plan. There isn't. Iroh wouldn't sit there and cry with his back to him if there wasn't. I mean, he's obviously horrifically disappointed in him, to the point where it looks as if even his most steadfast cheerleader and ally, Iroh, has now not abandoned. I don't think Iroh could ever abandon him, but it's like he stopped thinking that he can change him. And I think that's the saddest part of all of this, because Iroh, after the loss of his own son and seeing what had happened to Zuko at the hands of his father, and understanding that Zuko did have something inside of him that is different than the makeup of Azula and their father, and, you know, I'm assuming a lot of the other people in their family, outside of what would be Iroh's sister-in-law in Zuko and Azula's mom. And I think it was that he was trying to foster, and I think Iroh has done a great job with it. Zuko is still a kid. He is a kid that has been fixated on gaining the not necessarily the respect, but just the attention of his dad, of his family, of being able to go back to the Fire Nation for way too long. And now whenever he was given the opportunity to do so, he took it. And is that a disappointment to me, a huge fan? Yes, absolutely. I am disappointed profoundly in Zuko. But at the same time, it speaks to a much broader, more intricate tale that's being told here. We always say this, a lesser show would give us what we wanted earlier than we needed. And if I'm a huge Zuko fan, I want him to be part of the group. If that had happened at the end of book 1, ultimately, I think it would have made a worse story. Had that happened at the end of book 2, I can only assume that the same thing would have happened. I mean, just 2 episodes or chapters into book 3. I liked what they're doing with Zuko, and if there is a redemption arc, and I must absolutely be a glutton for punishment, because there is something that has always been inside that kid that I've related to, that I have have an affinity with Zuko. I see a lot of what he's gone through, and I'm too sympathetic maybe to him, and I may be giving him too much credit, but I said it at the end of book 2. I can't give up on him. Because everybody else has. Everybody else has given up on Zuko. And I'm saying everybody inside the show. I'm sure there's a few audience members out there that were still clinging to the maybe just like me, absolutely delusional, thinking this kid was going to come back around. But I'm not delusional in that I'm I'm thinking this and thinking it's not never going to happen. I still think it's going to happen. I just think that this, what I thought was going to be a winding road, is going to be a long and winding road. And by the time we get to it, it's going to be worth the wait, I believe. I am just now very, very scared that since this is our final book, if we do make a push for a redemption arc for Zuko, that it's not going to be something he survives. I think that this could be something that in the moment, almost like Darth Vader, we have a lot of Star Wars parallels that are going on here, but at the end, he's going to realize that it was never what he wanted. And what he really wanted was to be able to do these things that he's talked about in confidence, a moment with Katara in the Crystal Caverns, so many of those times with Iroh, when he went out on the date and Ba Sing Se, all those things where he was happy and he was himself and he realized who he was, speaking of an identity that wasn't what he was presenting, but was definitely who he was at his core. I think when he comes to embrace that, that will be both his awakening and his end. I'm going to end with this, friends. I'm going to end with this. First off, I loved everything that they're doing with our core group of characters. I love the exploration. We completely destabilized everything. We're now back in kind of in wandering mode and traveling deeper into the fire. I'm assuming deeper into the Fire Nation. I absolutely adore the development of these characters and the commitment to keeping those different changes in place from book to book, both from the performers and the writers. We see different little nuances in the performances that I just absolutely love. Katara especially. Katara has, her performer has added in some interesting little affects into the voice and the way that she's delivering certain things that I've really liked. And it's not just like whenever Aang was dancing with the one girl and Sokka was like, oh, they look great together, or Toph, or whoever said that, they look great together. And if you like that type of stuff, it was beyond that. There was a lot more that was going into all of their performances, but I noticed it especially in this one for Katara. Very, very well done. But beyond all that, I'm here for that exploration, and we'll end with this. I think now, and I thought this before, that the trigger for Zuko to finally wake up is going to be the death of Iroh. I think it's going to be with Iroh's either execution or his Iroh one last, trying to save Zuko. Something's going to happen to Iroh, and when that character is gone, and Zuko is faced with the realization that he aided in his champion's destruction, and he realizes that no matter biologically what science dictates is his father is Iroh, who is sitting in that cell. And when he comes to that realization, it's going to be devastating for that kid. It's going to be utterly devastating, but it's in that grief, I think, will finally spark his change, and I don't think he survives it. And it's a hell of a thing to think that and head down the barrel of this book, but this tale is so damn good. I know that no matter what they decide to do, no matter who they decide to that lives or dies, it's going to be the best possible story that they could put in a book. Friends, I've talked too long. If you could do me a favor, a like and subscribe, greatly help out a small channel. If there's anything that we do that you would like early, link to the Patreon in the description, and of course over here on YouTube. If you would like all of our videos, at least a day early, YouTube memberships will get it done. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now unfortunately it's time for us to say goodbye from this, the second chapter of the third book of Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Headband. But where should we say goodbye from? As always, my friends, for this and every book of Avatar: The Last Airbender and everything that we watch, we are the Greek chorus. We watch the show that the creatives have put forward, and their original job, the creatives, was to get this tale into as many ears as could hear. It's our job now, my friends. We go out, we find people that haven't seen Avatar, we tell them how fantastic it is and how much they would enjoy it, and hopefully we increase the audience by one. As our reward for this dutiful service, we get to jump back into the episode to a scene of our choosing. And where else to put us, my friends? Where else to put us than inside a dance party? So put on your dancing shoes, friends, get your headbands tied around so we can all pretend to be Aang when the moment takes us, and we will dance with our friends of the Fire Nation, our brethren, our peers, not our enemies, because if this is to truly work, if this war is to truly be won, the four nations must once again become one. Until such time as we can watch the next chapter of this fantastic show, Vulcan roll, my friends, and I'll see you.